What's going on, you glorious people? We chilling today. Back with another video of the car. A couple of things we need to do. Well, one thing we need to do is this is actually be a two-part series. Side marker lights. Our cheap side marker lights worth it? That's what we're gonna find out. Those are Amazon specials. They're cheap. They're like 30 bucks, I think, something like that. We're gonna see if they're actually worth it. We're gonna throw them on the car and see how it is. Now, the only things we're gonna do, we are gonna do the right side because it is extremely windy, and neighbor's house is getting rebuilt in the background, so it's extremely windy. So I'm gonna go ahead and get y'all set up to where we can see what we're gonna be doing. Because I mean, these are all right, but I think they're smoked and something like that. Don't mind the rock, this chip right here. I think I've stated it before. The tires got scratched, or the rims got scratched, the wheels got scratched, and they actually got all messed up from Discount Tire. As soon as the bottom, they put the wheels on and scratched them right away with the duck head. They sent them, all four of them, they did that to them. They sent them out to go get repowder coated, and when they repowder coated them, the guys did shitty powder coating. I mean, all this right here is trash in the paint, as you can see. Look at that. You can see how much trash is in the paint, even though they're dirty. Which, I mean, they weren't dirty this weekend, but at the end of the street, they have a bunch of water, so the car kind of got water coming up. They were clean. So, but let me get y'all set up real quick. I think the only thing that we need is an actual screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver. We're gonna be able to access it without taking anything off except for the light itself. So let me get y'all set up and then we'll get to it. Start the car. Let's get the wheel turned all the way to the left because we're gonna need to access it. And I'll give y'all a little look before we actually start anything to see how it is during the day, and then I'll show y'all at night of how the actual light is. So this is how they light up. They're not the fondest, they're just, you know, your basic amber, and hopefully the new ones are actually a lot brighter, and we'll see how they are. So let's get y'all on the house pod and we'll check it out. Alright, so don't mind the kids in the background. Kids are screaming over there at the neighbor's house playing around. But like I said, little things you're gonna need: screwdriver. I'm also gonna use a panel popping tool to help me out, but you could also use another screwdriver and help you get behind it and pry it out. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your flathead screwdriver, take it back, and right in here, you see where I'm actually pointing, there's like a little divot right in this little section right here. You're gonna push with your screwdriver in, and let me get y'all a better angle. Hopefully I've got a better angle. Make sure I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I've got a better angle. So now with this, what you're gonna do is take your screwdriver, stick it straight in. You'll see the light, you can start prying it a little bit and the light will actually move. So then with your panel popping tool or your second screwdriver, just take it, get up behind the light. If I push it right, come on. I need to actually push it right. Oh, come on. There we go. So the light's out. As you can see, it's just itself. Put y'all down here. So as you can see, it pops out just as simple. And in the actual back of it, there is a harness you're gonna pull out. So the light actually tucks into the front bumper. You're gonna need to pull it out, and then the light on the back side actually plugs in. So let me show y'all how to actually, I might not be able to because it's deep in there. So let me get that off and then I'll get back with y'all. Alright, so don't mind the wind. I'll talk a little bit louder so y'all could actually hear me. Jesus Christ, of course the wind wants to pick up when I'm recording. But, so let me show y'all. Got a light out so I could actually show y'all in here. I had to actually get the, had an extra tool to it, which that being a T15. So if you have any of the actual wire modifications, don't mind that one because that one's completely broken off. But if you have any of the spliced wires like I do, you're gonna have the same issue, which being, you know, your actual fog lights and everything run together when you turn on the car. So mine was actually clipped on way up here. Where is it at? I have to feel it. It is, oh, right there. So it was clipped on up there. I had to pull that little clip out, and I could pull the light out itself. So I can pull the light out, and y'all can see that up there. I'll get y'all a better shot, a better little angle. Out with it being extremely windy, like I've said. You're gonna go ahead and twist it counterclockwise, pull it out, and with this, you're just gonna pull the bulb. You're gonna keep your actual harness, take the bulb out, take your new light. Looks at this thing compared to this one. Completely different. So yeah, this one, all you're gonna do is actually take it. You're gonna plug it back in to the space where the actual light came out of. Get mine in there. And look at my keys. Make sure it works. Oh yeah, way better. So when you're in, go ahead and remove, put this in first, and then you're gonna remove your little piece. Hold on, let's get you in. Don't be a pain. Well, it goes in, it just doesn't want to walk. Oh, there you go. You have to actually push that thing. Okay, so now that I got it in, you have to actually really kind of push it and lock it. Get the rock out of there that's in there. That's gonna bug me. Yeah, let me clean that real quick, because that's just gonna. Now that I cleaned that up a lot better than what it was, I don't have a detailing brush or anything like that on me right now, but I had some stuff I could do. Do the satisfying part. Ooh. Turn that off. There we go. Put it back in place. Just gonna get it back in the hole and just push it back in. Oh, so much better. Like that, so much better. So now we're just gonna button everything up back on the back side, and we'll wrap up and get the second one done. Now being set up on this side, let me just give you a full demonstration of what I actually had to do to get that part off. But T15 millimeter, you don't need this actual wrench, but we're working against the wind. And okay. All right. And now this one just wow. So that T15 millimeter, right? Where did he allow you? Somewhere down here. Oh yeah. Get out of here. Let me set y'all up to where y'all can see it. My light's a little bright. There we go. You see that one right there is being a pain. It just stripped it basically. So we'll grab a T20. See if a T20 will get in there. Take care of it for me. I might actually have to. Wow. That's awesome. She loves little stuff like this. Alright, well, let me get this out and I'll get back with y'all. Alright, with everything, now you should be able to see what I can see, maybe, possibly. But this backside here, right where this little tab is, it's really, really windy too, of course. But right here, there's a little back spot where you can see. And if you own the car, you can actually see it when you peel it back. You'll see exactly where to put your screwdriver. But you just take your screwdriver and you push it in there. If I could find the hole. I had to say that one. But give her a little tug. Should come out. You might have to play together with each other, but just like that. And that's a lot of dirt. Same thing with this one. I am gonna have to actually go back in here and go to the very back, and there's a wire just held on by a little clip back here, and you just pull it off the little clip. It'll give me the extra little bit of space I need to get this out of the bumper, just like that. And same thing with this one. This one's gonna be turned clockwise to pull it out. Get your little light out. Go ahead and disconnect the bulb. Get your second light out. Let me see if it's this one. And it is. And again, you know, you kind of match them up. You see which ones they are. And for this one, we're gonna go ahead and put the light back in its socket. I'm just gonna leave y'all where y'all are. I'm gonna make sure it works. Oh yeah, she works. So now this one shouldn't be as much of a pain as the other one was giving me. Well, maybe it will be. Which way is it? It's one of these ways. You'll be happy to go in. There you are. And it goes in pretty tight, so it sits in there fairly nice. I'll go ahead and peel this back a little bit. I'll peel it all the way off, why not? So now that it's in there, push it back and wiggle it into place. I'll pick up the trash here shortly. And just like that, the light is in. Just like that, the light is in. As I was talking about that nice little scratch right there. Where it came from, I have no idea. That sucks though. But go ahead and we'll get this wrapped up because the wind is just progressively picking up. Get all this situated. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to that little back spot where I just was with my hand. It's up here, right above the fog light is where it's at. And you just kind of find the spot where it goes on. You just grab it. And come on, where are you at? Where do you go back onto? Oh, right here. Give it a little push. Get your pieces to put the fender liner back in. Make sure she's lined up. I put them in by hand just to make sure not to strip them. Even though the actual threads aren't stripped, but the head on one of these, I think it's this one, or unless it was, no, it's that one, definitely that bottom one. I already see it. I know that one's gonna be a pain, but I mean, as long as you get them in, you know, a little bit of the ways, they go in fairly easy, just to make sure. Grab this, I'm gonna do it by hand, just to get it in, because this one's the one that's a pain. I guess the heads are really, really soft, so be careful with actually not trying to strip them. So I am going to tighten this one up a little bit by my hand. This one. Oh, this is just blinding me with the light. pieces all back together, and we can look, bring y'all down a little bit. I'll turn off the light. Actually, that's actually nice. So let's go ahead and get the car real quick. Let's get these lights turned on. You can actually see. Oh yeah, that's 10 times better. Check those out. Oh yeah, we like those. We do like those. Alright, so both these are installed, and of course, like I said, this is, I believe I did say it's going to be a 2-part series because we still need to get the backs done. And unfortunately, it's really dark, and I'm working with a limited amount of time. But those look so sick. Check those out. Looks so much better than the actual bulbs. And then, of course, these, I've got to get to these. Those are going to be fun, and we got to take those off. Those are going to be fucking just phenomenal to get to. So let me get everything picked up, cleaned up, and I'll see you guys in a bit. So, in the car, chilling. Hopefully I don't set off the alarm, because the car did just lock itself, and it's sensitive as shit. So if I just like bump the floor or something, it'll just go off. But real quick, a couple things. Like I said, this is gonna be a 2-part. This one's a 2-part series. This is part 1, of course. The back one is going to consist of. The back one's gonna consist of removing the back bumper. And then I also got to do the rear reverse lights. So that one I'm going to have to actually take off the whole bumper for. So while I'm doing the side marker lights, I'm just going to pop the bumper off and slip that in there. And it'll be, of course, a separate video, but I'm going to try to film it all in one. So again, you might see a couple of things, you know, just like you saw with the throttle body and stuff like that. You might see a couple of things on, you know, what's going on in that era. So if you have any questions, you'll see why, or you'll know why. But other than that, man, you know, a couple things. You just make sure you're doing all right. I know there's a couple things going on in the United States that are, you know, a little iffy, a little hairy. But I won't get into politics or anything. So I just, you know, hope everybody's safe, you know, preparing for stuff to come. If something does come, you know, hopefully you'll have, you know, plan of action and stuff like that. You know, the only thing you could do is plan and get ahead of it while you can before anything actually does happen, or if nothing happens, and hey, you're already planned and set and ready to go just in case something did happen. You know, but other than that, y'all have a good night, good evening, good day, whatever time y'all are watching this. We'll see y'all the next one. Let me know how y'all like this one, because I like these front lights. I want to see how they are. We're going to review them. They're cheap. I'll leave a link down below in the description. But other than that, slap the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what else y'all want to actually see. Peace out.